consort to raid. People in Sumeru don't. The moon, illusions, and lies. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. People in Sumeru don't. That does. People in Sumeru don't. The moon, illusions, and lies.
Okay.
Dia sold her great.
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about.
Alright, so...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
she's quieter than...
Yeah, her parents said that this is how she was like.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're...
My lady, are you angry? All right.
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you.
We just wanted her...
The real Junior?
Huh?
I told you that you two are...
Hold on. Over there. Is that
Wow.
Miss Dunyarzad?
Her condition's really bad. And she's...
I can sense her aura.
Do you believe us now? So, you think the sages are behind?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's fest.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia sages... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right!
The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom.
A Gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida
She said, and Paimon...
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
Dear pieces, I knew it.
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right.
People in Sumeru don't dream. Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to... My mind... What's happening right now seems to...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it...
What's the point of doing something?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, this hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a...
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler,
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was we took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, we can...
So it's in our head regardless. Like an implant or a parasite.
Paimon remembers.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why the...
If we're lab rats, then what are you? The moon? Wasn't
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus on...
Okay then.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt? What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me?
You didn't...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told...
So Tia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already... It's as if I've already...
You're saying that, although you don't remember...
That's right. Both...
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue.
So you want us to take 10 years out somewhere else to rest?
How did you know what I was...
We confront them now, or?
Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job.
Hey!
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know... How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie. And the history of the whole world has just been one...
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggest...
It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words! Yeah. Even though it's
Well, she's still a child at heart at the end of the day.
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We looped again.
Still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we...
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of... In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. Not...
Paimon thought that Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you...
Paimon flattered in it.
What I mean, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahira's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not...
So, what's your new hypothesis?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We Okay, Nahida said... We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. I can't seem to I can't... The moon, illusions, and lies. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would
Oh! Then that's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's fest, but muscle memory can't be a...
A brilliant...
Nahida, tell us if we're...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Misty?
Right! She did help us...
Take it easy.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected.
Get hurt?
Well, you're still...
Huh. Truth?
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was...
Don't think too hard about it.
All right then.
Yes, you remember...
Then I'd have to disagree. That's...
Oh? Why?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, common sense says my wallet should have emptied its...
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone... It's not very likely, but it's also...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsense. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day.
That's true, but...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school had the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated. It's just as they say.
Is it really impossible? What if...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an art. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved... Whew. Hope that cleared things up for you. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least we've reached some other Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any strange? Paimon feels like everything's been... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theory? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
She'll be gone. No?
Nahida, we're back.
You're back early today.
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're...
Leaving the city. As far as I remember,
We did? But we don't remember any.
let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, but you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time...
It is true that sometimes we lose track of...
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of the... Our memories are back! About that... Well...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another mess. Listen to it and
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay,
Take it easy.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the academia already announced a lot. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we...
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider in...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take... This is a good spot. And the guard has... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... Okay. Promise Paimon that you come back and please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never play. I waited for you for hours and hours in the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon to...
Paimon, calm down. She's here now.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us... I see. Using two...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of it, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside!
Battery died.
Something
not used to being stared at. Well...
Yep, no!
How many days are passing? She ain't gonna live forever. She's still gonna end in her death, I know it.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just...
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already key
to make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha, like...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use.
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose those... okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although this...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is... I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people.
Well, this is completely fucked up.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot... But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking...
There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other. And now, even the behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear
The message. It should have come from the traveler.
after the beep. Traveler said, even the...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have been?
My impression is that each day in this summer...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of Paimon's head is spinning.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they...
Wow, the Archon War, huh?
So they're fucking with people's minds, make the most of husks. Just to see what happens. You're making me want to punch something. I am not liking these academics at all.
Do you want some alone time to think? All right.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida.
it easy.
You're back! I've been waiting forever. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam? And okay.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. As it is... People in Sumeru... The moon, illusions, and light. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero. Those spaces remind me of... dreams. The moon, illusions, and light. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth in those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they... So people in Sumeru do dream after all.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It is the manifestation of... It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Arc. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're... In other words, dreams are rich
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the real story is that the sages from the academia are
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. Those spaces kept... Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded... Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't... We've already experienced this... I...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state. Their disembodied consciousness is placed in... No one is any the wiser as another day passes and the people wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival.
So, this is like a dream factory.
Very good, Paimon.
Okay. So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals and...
Alright, last question.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, now that I think about it... Now that I think about it, wasn't...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question.
That wasn't hard at all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, those can wait. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more... You asked me this question before. Now that you know this is all... Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you your notion of reality and dream would be... That's why I could only give you very... Firstly, This dream we're in is completely based on reality. Secondly, you're probably wondering why. That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendril can a person gain the Dendril element's dream. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that...
Can humans really keep dreaming?
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question, especially those whose health is
People's lives are at stake.
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harm Traveler. Do you have any...
Grand Sage said, go celebrate.
Celebrate the birth... I didn't... Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their after we end the Sub-Zero's fest.
How can the sages of the Academia...
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're at...
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Hey, what's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it.
She's actually something like a puppet, but not the real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like...
But personality-wise,
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living... You know, speaking of which... The old...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her conscience.
Yes. I just gave her a little wisdom, so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way... I couldn't even save her.
Please don't beat yourself. Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zero's that means this dream...
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything... Which means, with the power of
Imagination?
Imagination, like when a server... However, if you're... The dream will respond in But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter... Find some way to make that...
How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did, but after all, like you said...
It's extremely difficult. As for me...
Out of town?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go.
She was such a good person. Yeah, but we must... Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be... Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is
Everything's fine.
an experiment?
Could you make a wish?
You want me to...
Less questions!
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she just doesn't seem... I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers...
So, you...
When she placed the hat, what she didn't realize was that... Okay, yeah, that... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda... Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who...
My ladies.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... Ugh. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself...
That's close enough.
Feeling lucky
Take
today?
monster! Fire hazard!
You want this one?
And step. Scratch. Fuse is lit.
I'll be back.
Where do you think you're going?
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying... Yeah. This is the place. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing. Should we open? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote even though she was also busy preparing. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know... Hey! Where are you off to?
Every item I sell.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here. And the way her eyes sparkled when she touched.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an invest. The Grand Sage has already granted you much lean.
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler.
Traveler? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like...
Yes.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct?
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisara, it's just like the exhibit. So when you saw the flowers, but if we want to end the how should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh? Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong. As far as you know, people in
Yeah, but have you...
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep. But in the his piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the First Sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my..." The Dendro Archon smiled. His wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon." In the end, the First Sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru.
So, the First Sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of this...
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy.